Kovászna, the secret corner of Transylvania. A place where regal manor houses punctuate a patchwork quilt of fields and historic villages that roll to the borders of the surrounding wilderness. At these untamed margins, man and nature jostle for supremacy, as forests reclaim ancient fortresses and primeval springs bubble from deep underground, carrying with them a rich blend of healing minerals. This is the smallest county in Romania, its authentic culture uniquely shaped by a largely ethnic Hungarian population. Nicknamed the Land of Mansions, this breathtaking province is home to over 160 stately manor houses, many of which are preserved or restored as museums, lodges, and chic hotels. This is also a place of mysteries, where legends and folklore abound, and stories and recipes are passed down from generation to generation. Furniture is carved and painted by the steady hands of skillful artists. Corn is still ground by working watermills, and bread stone-baked in rustic ovens. Many small communities still have a resident blacksmith, and palinka is seasoned in wooden barrels, assembled by the local cooper. Streets are peppered with stands selling local produce, and homemade kürtös provides a staple treat for passing travellers. At its heart resides the thriving capital of Sfântul Gheorghe, presided over by gently rolling hills and fortified churches. Its old centre a collage of manicured parkland and historic streets. Here past and present combine with a blaze of colour and creativity. Festivals abound, celebrating a perennial calendar of sights, sounds, and exotic tastes. These include fusion restaurants with gourmet delicacies for carnivores and vegetarians alike, and mouth-watering food festivals like this Guinness record-breaking attempt to serve up the world's largest kürtös. Many of these vibrant events stem from the fiercely guarded crafts and traditions that define this complex region, and pay testament to the pride and sophistication of its inhabitants. Further out in the countryside, traditional farming techniques continue to ensure a rich and varied biodiversity, and inspire a wealth of cottage industries, like this cheesemaker in Ozuncubai. For such a tiny geographic area, Kovászna has a bewildering array of treasures to uncover. Its ancient churches, like St. Emmerich in Galinza, house within their modest walls a fascinating canvas of murals, detailing the triumphs and tragedies of obscure saints and cultural icons. Out on the edges of civilization, ruined castles and lonely towers allow glimpses into a dark and warlike past. Their stone walls weathered and beaten down by time, reclaimed by nature and hidden by the encroaching forest. For travellers wishing to get back to the beauty and simplicity of country living, there are numerous villages and converted manors that deliver rustic but stylish accommodation with healthy home cooking. The appeal of this remote and unspoiled landscape attracts visitors from around the world, including His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, who has made an idyllic retreat here in the remote village of Zalampatak, creating a stunning guest house which is also open to the public and presents a perfect antidote to the pressures of modern life. A short drive away, the Kalnoki estate blends traditional ambience with creature comforts and activities from mountain biking to sedate carriage rides through the unfurling hills. It also rejoices in its own pub, which supplies freshly made kőtos and goulash washed down with cold beer on tap. Castle Daniel in Timișoara is a converted manor house dating back to the 17th century, with luxurious rooms and a cornucopia of creature comforts. Beneath its parquet floors hides a spacious brick cellar, recently converted into an Uber designer spa. For those requiring an even more opulent setting, the Mikes estate in Zabala offers a truly aspirational stay. Guests can stroll through the manicured grounds, take riding lessons, or spend a quiet evening spotting the European brown bear in its natural habitat. For the less adventurous, Mikes is also the perfect place to relax and be pampered. Wherever you stay, there is a wealth of activities and stunning sights to satisfy even the most adventurous traveller. Kovászna also provides the only access to Sfânta Ana Lake just across the border. This extinct volcanic crater is open all year round for hikes down its arboreal slopes, while the adjacent wetland, with its wooden walkways, provides a glimpse into a prehistoric world. On the western perimeter of the county, the Vegis Caves can be reached by a dramatic walk over wooden bridges and along the sides of a towering gorge that weaves through the remote and picturesque hills. The geology of this wild region has also inspired a new wave of health tourism. Thanks to the abundance of natural springs that rise to the surface brimming with mineral salts and affording respite from a catalogue of ailments, ranging from skin complaints to arthritis and hypertension. Around these locations, fashionable new spas and hotels have sprung up, providing holistic treatments, uber-modern facilities, and numerous ways to relax and recharge. The town of Kovászna, from which this region takes its name, is known as the City of 1,000 Springs. And many of its visitors come to take the waters here. Upmarket establishments like the Hotel Clermont on the fringes of the forest specialize in hydrotherapy, and even have a mofeta where residents can lower themselves into a pure pool of naturally occurring carbon dioxide. It is this contrast of wilderness and wetland, pasture and patrimony, that makes Kovászna such an endlessly intriguing destination. And its commitment to conservation and the preservation of its natural and historic treasures will ensure that it continues to enchant and inspire visitors for centuries to come.